Alrighty, folks. How are we all doing on this very lovely Saturday evening? I know I am doing well. Here with Fireside Pride 2024 being presented by Power Up with Pride. I am going to be your host for the next couple of runs. My name is Von Yvonne. My pronouns are he, him, and I am here with Ozmourn and his lovely commentator Blackheart Wings as they are going to be doing a run of Crow Story. And I have just learned about this game and seen a little bit of it, and I cannot wait to see the rest. So I tell you what, I won't delay any further. I will hand this on over to Ozmourn and Blackheart and let you take it away and take us on this, what I'm sure is going to be an absolutely heckin' adorable adventure.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Vonnie. Hello, everyone. My name is Ozmourn, and I am back once again for another Power with Pride event. I don't know why they keep accepting me, but here I am. And today we're going to be speedrunning the absolutely adorable game called Crow Story. A lot of you are just like, "Hey, Oz, I have never seen you speedrun this game before." That's because I've only ever showed it off once at an event before. And this would be my second time. It is a speedrun that I know that I kind of keep in my back pocket, in case I feel like submitting it to things. And so I'm very glad to be showing it off again here today. It's very cute. It is free on Steam, so you can go get this game right now. It's a very small game. You can beat it in a day and learn the speedrun in that same day. So if you're into something nice, a small little platformer to learn quickly, you can definitely pick this game up. Before I begin, I do have a lovely commentator with me if you want to introduce yourself.
Hello, hi, I'm Blackheart Wings. I'm also known as Gabby in most circles. I don't know anything about this game, so I am simply vibing. But I'm very excited to be here. Hi, everyone.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much to Gabby for being here. She's going to be here for both of my runs tonight, with no knowledge of either of them. So that's going to be very fun. We're just going to go straight into Crow Story. We're going to start with this lovely little cutscene here. This crow is going to go on an adventure. We did select a different skin for the crow, but for some reason, this game does not put on that skin during cutscenes. So we're just going to see it during gameplay. So time for us to go on an adventure. He gets warped away. All right. So we're going to start in the day levels. Timing is going to begin once I do my first input. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So as you can see, we have a nice little skin here that we have on called the Mountain Climber. It is a blue crow with a red scarf, and on the front of that scarf is a strawberry as a reference to Celeste. So very nice.
Celeste in this house.
Yes, we really do. And so right here we have him flying through the air, so you can see that he gets shot through the air from one island to the next in the sky. Very cute. You can see that the base movements here is just double jumping and then diving. Those are literally the only two mechanics we're going to be doing throughout this entire run, and that actually does add up quite a bit to some amazing movement here. And also, as you can see here, a large factor of this game is also momentum preservation that you can use to do very small little skips, such as cutting corners and such. And doing small little skips like that in order to preserve height and momentum as much as you can throughout the rest of the game. And
I was gonna say, I noticed that you did a little bit of wall bouncing as well. That seems like a little nifty mechanic too.
Yeah, wall bouncing is very nice. As long as there are two walls next to each other, or there's like a corner, you can technically infinitely wall jump as far high as you want. There's no like real stamina in this game aside from only being able to double jump once, and so that's very useful. So you can see right here we're in the daytime levels. This game is kind of separated into two acts in which you will play the daytime levels and you'll play the nighttime levels. Each of them have 3 sections. We're in the second section right now. In the second section we get introduced to like little jump pads and stuff. It's very cute, and it's very simple mechanic, but they kind of like expound upon a lot of the stuff that you can do in this game by just adding little small obstacles or bounce pads to this, and really taking advantage of all the different mechanics that a person can do in this game with only like 2 basic controls, such as this hallway right here. Oh, ooh!
Oh
I
no!
actually grabbed him a little too early there. I touched the side of that platform, or touch anything on top of it, and unfortunately, if you touch like any part of the platform, it will start moving, even if you aren't directly on top of it. But then we can just boom, like that, zoom,
Very nice.
and then here we just gotta avoid them because otherwise we'll get shot up into the lava. So thankfully, if you get like into the lava, this game doesn't really have lives. You just like it has a death count, but you can just like respawn to the most recent checkpoint if you end up getting into the lava. That's all the basic mechanics for this world. How's Gabby feeling right now?
I am enchanted. I think that this game is adorable, and I love. Well, I'm not a big fan of platforming, but it looks like a lot of fun. Like I would try this, honestly.
Yeah, it's so cute, and I actually love the animation of him just gliding through the air.
Yay! Oh my god!
He has such big eyes. I love him so much.
You know, personally, I'm not a huge fan of 3D platforming. I find it very disorienting, and I just have a hard time getting the hang of it. But I'm willing to make an exception for this game because it just looks looks very serene and not very stressful to play. And it's so cute. Oh my goodness.
It is
Is
so
it like-
cute.
Is there a story, or is this just little guy goes jumping around?
There is a little bit of a story, and so you're gonna get this story. He ends up going on this adventure, finding this like abandoned ruins here, and that leads him to this area where we see the daytime levels. After this level, right here, we are actually going to get into a little bit of an intermission between the day and nighttime levels, in which we will see a small cutscene that we were going to skip just for the sake of time, but like I will explain what happened to that cutscene. The very little story that there is here.
Is that the sun in the corner up there? What is that? That big square?
I wish that I knew. There's many of them.
Oh, great.
Okay, here's like an actual skip that you can do in the game. It might take me a little bit of time to grab. Okay, there we go, perfect. You're gonna do this skip. Instead of doing all that platforming down there, we just skip and jump up here. Look at all that
Very nice.
platforming you skip.
Very clever.
That skip is actually a lot harder than it looks. Because you have to like preserve the momentum and dive at the right time on that moving platform so that you get enough momentum to get over to that height. The fact that I got it second try is actually really, really good.
Nice.
And then there's this last section here where it's kind of like lava central, as you can see. Even the walls are lava.
So those glowing
Super.
beacons that you're touching, those are checkpoints, I assume, yes?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
And I want you to remember a little bit of the layout that you've been seeing here, because the nighttime levels are going to be pretty similar, but a lot more difficult as the game progresses.
Gotcha.
And so right here is pretty much it. So I want to say that's the sun, but there are like a few of them. Like there's one over there. There's a smaller
Yeah.
one.
I was
There could
gonna
be
say
multiple suns.
that is like a Minecraft sun.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think there's just multiple suns in this universe.
That's fine. I'm cool with that.
So yeah, so that's the daytime levels. We have a little bit of intermission here, in which you can see that there's a lot of stuff in the distance that we're going to be going exploring. So right now might be a good time for donations as we get there, or any other announcements Ani wants to make.
Sure. Of course, absolutely. Well, I do want to remind folks that your donations are raising money for Point of Pride. Point of Pride is a trans-led 501c3 nonprofit organization, and they've served tens of thousands of people, not only in all 50 states across the country, but in over 100 countries across the world by providing access to gender-affirming health and wellness services. Now, the money that we're raising here all weekend long will go to Point of Pride's various support programs, one of which is their annual Transgender Surgery Fund. It's a scholarship-like program that provides direct financial assistance to trans folks who cannot afford their gender-affirming surgery. And I feel like this is so important now more than ever. I see so many messages on social media, people, needing that money to get that surgery, to get that to get that affirmation that they need. So the fact that they are able to provide these services for folks like that in need, I think is absolutely fantastic. And if you would like to apply for one of these Point of Pride grants, or any of their other programs and whatnot, if you'd like to get involved as a donor or a volunteer, or just learn more about what they do, you can visit their website at pointofpride.org. So all of your donations will be going towards that extremely worthwhile cause. So yeah, that's what we're doing here all weekend long.
Yes, thank you so much, Bonnie. So as you can see here, we've gone to the nighttime levels, and they're pretty much the layout is almost identical to the daytime levels. Like you can see, there's a lot of the level that's missing or just different. And so, as you can see, there was a lot of harder platforming to be done in that level. And so that's something that we have to keep in mind when doing these nighttime levels. They're just harder versions of the daytime levels. And as you can see here, there's no platform here to go across, so we have to go up these guys right here, which unfortunately are a lot more difficult to manage than you would think. And right there in the little intermission that we had between, am I able to say this? Okay, good. I am. No, I'm not. Never mind. In the little intermission that we had, we saw that there were a lot of crows that were like crystallized in these little crystals that you saw there on the sides in that intermission sequence. That is because they're being captured and kept there by what will be the final boss in this game, known as the Celestial Crow. And so right now, the Celestial Crow has dropped us down to the nighttime levels, and we are working our way back up to go fight the Celestial Crow. So that's pretty much the plot of this game. And we're going to do a little skip here. Let me try that again. Thankfully, having failed this, and as long as you do it again within like the second or third try, it's a little faster. As you can see here, we're just going to reset checkpoint. We got it underneath the platform. That only works in the nighttime version of this level. For some reason, it does not work in the daytime version. But just be something there with the hitbox when it comes to that particular checkpoint in this level. And as you can see here, we're going to do a little bit something different. Getting onto these platforms and immediately diving. Oh no!
Oh. Came up a little short. You got this. I believe in you.
There you go. Perfect.
There you
Now,
go.
Oz,
Hell yeah.
Oz, I have a question for you.
Shoot me. Yeah.
I can hear that you, it sounds like you were using a keyboard to play this game. Is that correct?
That is very true.
Does this also have controller support?
It sure does.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
It
I
sure
too am
does
a
have.
controller gamer.
Yeah, shout outs. Yeah,
You see,
me too. Me too.
Typically, I am. However, the movement for the camera on mouse on certain platformers is just objectively faster when it comes to speed running. So unless the game has like really good controller support to where like I can justify using a controller, typically if I do my third person speedruns, I also tend to do them in keyboard mouse if possible. But then again, there are also some 3D platforms that I do that have horrible keyboard and mouse support. So it really is like, it really just depends on the specific game you're looking for, you know?
Right.
I have another question.
Yes.
So when you are like burst through the sky, when you go through those like little portals, are you like, is that path set? Or are you controlling the crow?
That
while
path
you're
is
in the
set.
air? Okay.
Yes.
Wow, that movement is really smooth.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't control it, but it would be very nice to have control over it in those sections. We're gonna use a little bit of momentum here to go over this area. So this is the last level of the nighttime sequences, and I'm very happy that I've gotten this far with only like 11 deaths in a really, really bad run. Sometimes you can get up to like 20 if you like repeatedly fail a specific trick. The trick with this level is that you can't do the same trick because that you did in the nighttime level, because these platforms don't move. So you got to adjust a little bit and go around them, and just make sure that you're always moving because these platforms do disappear.
Now, Oz, is there an active community for this speedrun for this game?
Oh, how I wish there was. So I will say that when I first started running this game and submitting times on the leaderboard, there wasn't even like a Discord for this game. Like that's how small it was. But then the developer made a second game, and so there was a Discord made for that game, and then that game kind of like adopted this game's community into it. And so there is technically a Discord for this game, but most people run the developer's second game, Pilfer: A Story of Light, which the developer was actually really, really generous enough to give to me for free because he saw that I was like running it at marathons, or when it had a specific marathons. This is really only the second time that I had it, and he enjoys that like I was speedrunning it for like charity, and so he was very generous to give me his second game completely free. So shoutouts to the dev for this game. He is very supportive of speedrunning.
Speedrunners. We love that. Hooray!
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, I really recommend his second game too. Pilfer: Story of Light is really nice. It's much different than this game in terms of platformer. If you've ever played Lunistus, it's very similar to that game. But we've completed the night levels. As you can see, the Celestial Crow is right up over there. And so we gotta turn around and go get to him because he has made the purposefully most complicated way of getting towards him as possible. And I actually think that this like last section over here is one of the hardest sections of the game, the lead up to the final boss, only because like there's a lot of like really specific movements you have to do, and a lot of really precise movements that you have to do when it comes to getting around some of the platforming that we have to do here. Like that entire section, you would think that there's like enough space based on your movements, but like that's a long distance between those platforms, and it's very easy to mess up. And so that's something that I definitely struggled with at first. So yeah, there's a Celestial Crow. We're about to go fight him. So this final boss has 3 phases, as any good boss does. This first phase, he is going to be shooting these lasers at you, and as long as you are able to move out of the way quickly enough, it should be fine. And oh wow, okay, he usually stops his attacks when you get close enough to him. I must have just been barely out of range because I actually thought that I was pretty safe there. There we go, as you can see. And all you have to do is attack those crystals. There's going to be 2 on either side on both of the platforms that he's on either side. So he's going to send us back to start a new phase every time he does that. In the second phase, all you have to do is avoid these lasers. The order of these lasers are random every time. They do give you a good amount of time to like react to them, so it's not too much of an issue for the most part. Unless he does like a really funky pattern, but that's pretty rare. And so here's the second crystal.
This texture is tripping me out a little bit. It's interesting.
It is. It really is. It's like one of the textures that like stays still while he moves. And so like you can see like in that some in like Cartoon Network shows that
Yes.
those same type of textures exist. Shout out to anyone who's watched Chowder in the past. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So this next section, I kind of like to be a little bit patient here, only because of these rods going around the circle. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Perfect. All right, wonderful. And so time is going to come up soon. We're going to hit the crystal, and then we're going to be sent back, and the cutscene is going to start playing. And at the end of the cutscene, it's going to fade to black, and that's when time is going to be. All right. That's the last hit on the boss. And 3.
Oh.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Time. There we go. So that is Crow Story. As you can see, we have defeated the Celestial Crow, and because of that, we were able to free all of the crows that are crystallized here. It's a very cute final cutscene that we're gonna have here. He gets turned into the Solar Crow. He had this thing possessing him, and we just took him out of. He was controlled by the crystals, which caused him to entrap all these other crows. We freed him. We freed the Celestial Crow, and in effect, we also get to free all of our friends. This is so cute.
Oh my gosh, look at all of them. Oh my goodness.
They're so cute.
I love them
It's
so
so
much.
cute. Oh, I just like letting this play out. Oh, this is adorable.
Oh yay! You saved all your friends. Good for you.
We
Good
did.
job.
And now we get to fly around with them.
Oh my gosh!
You're just free
Yeah.
flying right now?
Yeah, we're just free flying.
Oh my god, this is incredible.
It is
I
incredible.
have this game open on Steam right now. I think I'm gonna get it.
And this is free,
So
you
good.
said?
It's free.
Oh my goodness.
It's
What a
completely free. You
bargain.
can go download it right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you for
Oh,
playing.
and look at it. Thank you for playing with the. Oh, okay.
Is that a
Yeah.
picnic?
All right. I'm sold. I'm sold.
No, that's the developer's mascot. It looks
Slay.
very similar to a Pikmin.
It
So,
does look like a little doll. That was so cute though. Aw.
yes. Shout out to Vincent Prom. But yeah, that was Curse Story. Thank you all for watching. Again, this game is free. You can go pick it up right now. Shout outs to Vincent for making this absolutely amazing game. Log64 is his online name. And I absolutely love how supportive he is of speedrunning in his games. And I absolutely love when devs are supportive of it, and I'm glad that he is. Thank you again for giving me your second game as well, Pilfer Story of Light. I recommend that you go play Crow Story and then also go play Pilfer Story of Light. They're both very good games. And yeah, that's all from me. My name is Ozmourn. If you're leaving right now, my Twitch handle is Ozmourn. My Twitter is Ozmourn. My Blue Sky is Ozmourn. I'm Ozmourn on pretty much every single social media, though I'm only active on those three. But yeah, I do not run this game actively, so I will say that if you are looking for more Crow Story speedruns, you're not gonna find them on my Twitch. I'm going to be practicing a lot of. I do a lot of archipelago runs with my friends, and I'm also going to be running practice runs of Windblown because I'm going to be running that at AGDQ 2025 in January. But yeah, that's what you'll see on my Twitch. Gabby, would you like to do your shoutouts?
Oh, sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Gabby. I'm Blackheart Wings. Generally, if I am on social media, I am under the name Blackheart Wings. You can find me there. I'm currently playing through Dragon Age: The Veilguard on Twitch. So if you're into RPGs, hang out. But I also speedrun some Stardew Valley. I'm learning a Dragon Age speedrun. We have a good time. So yeah. I will be on the couch for the next run too. So there will be more
Yes.
of me in Oz. So hang out.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was
please
gonna
do.
say y'all aren't like saying goodbye. I mean, we
We're
do
not saying
have.
goodbye.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
We do have another run coming up. So I will want you to get set up for that. I also would like to welcome everyone that came in from the raid from Moonblaze Wolf. Thank you, Blaze, for that raid. For all of you coming on in here, welcome to Power Up with Pride, and you are watching Fireside Pride 2024 here on Twitch, running from December 12th through 15th. About 16 hours a day for each of the days of the event, and we are benefiting Point of Pride. If you would like to find out more about them, you can find the link to their site in the panels below the stream, or you can use the charity command in chat. And if you are interested in donating to this worthy cause here of Point of Pride, you can type the donate command in chat. You can also find the schedule using the schedule command, see the incentives with an incentive command, and or you could just sit and just vibe and enjoy what we're doing. But we would appreciate it if you could donate and help us raise money for such a fantastic cause. So coming up next, we have another run with Ozmourn. He's going to be running Lovely Planet, and he's going to take a minute to get set up with that. So kick back and relax. We've got a bit of a different vibe here from what I understand with this game. Crow's Story was extremely adorable and cozy and whatnot, but sounds like Lovely Planet is a little more, we got a little more action in this next one. So thank you so much for being here. Hope you stick around, and yeah, we'll be back shortly with our next run.